Hello guys, today I want to present you another update on my free repository of Laravel tips. For those of you who don't know that repository, it is free on GitHub at Laravel Daily Laravel Tips, where I gathered more than 200 tips, random tips about Laravel, divided into contents by topics and section. And from time to time, I asked my colleague Nerius to update the tips from the tweets that I retweet, from the tweets that I tweet myself, some tips that I find on Twitter or YouTube or elsewhere. So the newest update from last few months is this one with 24 new tips. So it was 261, now it's 285. And in this video, I will randomly pick 5 of those new tips. And by the way, have you seen the new thing from GitHub? I really love how easy it is to review a pull request by clicking on the file on the left instead of clicking here and scrolling for a long time. So you can click this file, you can click readme, and you can see that this update is 24 tips, for example. So 5 tips from this list. The first one is skip method in your scheduler. So for example, you want to schedule a command like send email, but you can add a condition of skipping that command, daily command, on some condition. For example, you have a calendar helper and you have a method is holiday or any other condition. Just add skip to your scheduler. Tip number 2 is first or, and also there's find or. Maybe a lot of you know methods like find or fail, first or fail, which return 404 page if the records are not found. But did you know you can provide your own callback function and do whatever you want inside? Return 404 and do something before that, or return totally different status code, or redirect somewhere, whatever you want. First or and also find or accepts the callback function. And by the way, this tip comes from this guy, Bilal Haidar, who is a co-author of my latest ebook on Laravel bad practices. So I asked him to be my kind of ghost writer a few months ago, and we released a book together, which you can purchase on Gumroad for $19, bad practices that we collected from my older YouTube videos and other tips. So that was tip number 2, first or. Tip number 3 is method value. Quite a lot when reviewing others' code, I see people doing that. If you need one column from one row from one record, you don't need to do first and post count. The value is the method that you need. It does the same thing under the hood, but it has better performance just because it doesn't fetch all the row, instead only the field that you need. Next tip is about sending the emails with notification function. Did you know that when defining the mail message, you can use when? I know when as eloquent condition, so query when something then add some condition, but also when is available for emails. So when, condition, callback function, then you can add something to the message. And this is a great practical example. I love the practical examples that I see on Twitter. That's why I retweeted that. And the original tip is from Philo Hermans here. So pre-real life scenario, if the payment plan is monthly, then there should be a button, do you want to upgrade for the yearly plan? And tip number 5, pretty short one, but I like it a lot because I'm a fan of route resources. So if you have route resource, route resource, route resource in your routes, so a lot of route resources, you can group them and save some typing time. So you can group route resource here and provide the controller and all controllers listed as array like this. So these were just 5 tips randomly chosen from my Laravel tips. The link to the full repository with all 280 something tips will be in the description below. And if you want to support me and my team adding more tips, one of the ways is to get that ebook on laraveldaily.gumroad.com, or there are other few products, example code repositories with Livewire, so you can check those out as well. That's it for this time, and see you guys in other videos.